Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 26. We are here at Mount Baker in northwestern Washington. It is mind-blowing up here. First of all, it's super quiet. I have no idea why. It's a Monday morning, I know that, but I don't know why there's like nobody around. I met one guy down there who came up after me, but otherwise the whole drive up there was nobody. It's super windy. You can see the road right there. But it's just like, I love how the fact it's mid-July. It's, yeah, late July now. And like, there's still snow out. It's ridiculous. Look, you can see mountains for like miles over there. It's like crazy. I want to say that's the peak of Mount Baker. And then Mount Shuckson might be that one. I don't know. There's Mount Shuckson and Mount Baker that are here. And people always get them mixed up. And there was no clear indication either. So, but just the view and like this amazing untouched nature is ridiculous. There's a path that you can do, a trail that probably goes really far. But we're here at Artisan Point, which is the highest point. And it's only open during the summer usually because otherwise there's too much snow. And then this landscape is so interesting. I was not expecting this at the top of the mountain. It's like, reminds me of like pictures of like Iceland or of Ireland, stuff like that, like Stonehenge. I mean, it's like I'm walking through like a mini evergreen forest or something. This is funny. Oh yeah. One of my other favorite things about like mountain areas is that there's always lovely lakes and they always give reflections of the mountains. Look at that. Alright, so that's pretty much it for Mount Baker. There's not much to do unless you're going to come ski and snowboard. I mean, there's a couple hikes and whatnot. So I decided to go right around the corner, 2.5 hours, to North Cascades National Park. And so our first stop, I can't tell you why exactly this is something that I want to do so badly, but we're going to walk across the suspension bridge. Here we go. Trail of the Cedars. Look at it. It's not as ruggedy of a suspension bridge. Like, I want to go on like one of those ones that like you've seen like Indiana Jones, like literally like just two strings and like could literally snap at any moment, like wooden planks. I want to go on one of those, but this is the beginning of Cascades, North Cascades National Park. Oh man, this thing shakes. Oh yeah, you can see it. Oh yeah. I'll say though, I'm surprised at how hot it is here. Is it the humidity or is it just hot? I think it might just be hot. But like in the Cascades, I would think it'd be cooler out. Now, random side note. Alright guys, I always wear a bow tie, but I also always wear my Maryland socks. And the reason I do that is because it leads to so many opportunities. Like, this is not like one where I get super rewarded, but I just met some people who are from Maryland. They were like, oh, what town? Annapolis? Well, I'm from Annapolis too. And they actually live in Bay Ridge, and I live in right next to the Navy Stadium. So like, we're literally not far away from each other at all. And I never would have known if it weren't for me wearing my Maryland socks. Now, what's really cool here is you can drive across the Diablo Dam. Oh yeah. Look at the color of that water. Beautiful. Look at the size of those mountains. I mean, just look at that. Whew. Yo, look over the side of the dam. So ridiculous. The color of the water is interesting. Check out this campground. It goes right by the water. That is what's up. This is where I'd want to stay. Why does it look so bubbly and like weird? It doesn't look like the rest of the lake. I'm gonna touch it. Oh, it's freezing. Oh my gosh, it's freezing. Yeah, and then it comes out right here. Oh man, I want to go out on the boat. Oh man, just look at how that water glistens. Alright, now you guys want something really cool? That is Ross Lake Resort. It is literally a floating resort. Everything floats on the water. You can like, it's only open like July to August. And you have to like reserve ahead of time, but they'll like pick you up on a boat from one side, take you over there, and then you get to spend however much time you do. You can rent stuff from them, all kinds of stuff. You don't even have to stay at the resort, you just rent. But you have to do reservation. That's crazy. It all floats. That's crazy. All right, when your head is like super hot because you're almost bald, and then you decide to dip your head in like freezing water, I'm not sure it's a good idea. The temperature change is so fast, so ridiculous. I feel really weird right now. Whoa. See, look how pure that is. Like, that is ridiculous. I want to go like climb that. That is cool. Just some random set of rocks. All right, this is Washington Pass now. This is ridiculous. Look at that. That is called, I don't know why it's called, but it's called Liberty Bell. Doesn't really look at all like a bell. Don't know why it's called Liberty Bell. But look at these. Now I'm looking for somewhere called Golden Horn. Man, those mountains are crazy. And then the drive down. This is the steepest drive like I've ever done. Like, the grade is ridiculous. I mean, for a long distance sort of thing. Because compared to like San Francisco, like, this is not much of a grade. But the fact that you just keep going. Usually I put my car in neutral. For this, you definitely can't, because you would gain so much speed way too fast. You actually have to be in like low gear to like save your brakes and be safe. Oh man. Sorry for all the dead bugs. That's what happens when you drive through open country. Okay, let's see all these dead bugs. Look at that. It's just disgusting. Alright, so North Cascades is like a heavily hiking focused national park, I would say. So we're now here in Winthrop. I'm saying it so wrong, but it's literally, see, look, it's totally set up like a real old West town. All the buildings, the outdoor store, the saloon. This is cool. And it's Winthrop, that's how you say it. I don't know why I couldn't say it the first time. I love these kinds of signs. That's so cool. Old school gas station. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. Kind of reminds me of Waldrug in Wisconsin, I think it is. Wisconsin, somewhere up near there. It's kind of the middle of nowhere, Waldrug. Interesting place to go if you haven't seen. I also have a video, you can go check out a video on my YouTube channel. But now I'm on my way to Leavenworth, which is 2.5 hours away, so I think that's going to be the end of the day. This is crazy. I never would have thought that there's a part of Washington State that looks like this. I feel like I'm in like Idaho or like Wyoming or... And I mean, check it out. It's 100 degrees outside and it's 5:40 in the evening. I just never would have thought. Those mountains really do split like the state. It's not all the same. I mean, just check that out. I never would have expected this in Washington. Hey, welcome to Leavenworth. It too is like a cottage type old. This is more like medieval time old looking. Look at that. This is cool. Shout out to my friends from Resonate Church. Told me to come here. This is cool. And you're right up against the mountains. And if you keep going, you go through the mountains to Seattle and to Everett. It's like 2 hours, but that's gotta be an interesting drive, that's for sure. So check this out. When I drove by the first time, I saw this minivan here that had this thing on the side, and so I was wondering what it was, so I decided to like pull over and start looking at it. It turns out the couple who owns it is standing right there, and they're big road trippers too, and they actually used to have a sink and like a heater in the car, like connected to the car. I was like, that's crazy. In a Toyota Sienna, it's like the car that I drove last year. So anything's possible with any kind of car. Just gotta pick a car and then go with it, which I thought was pretty cool. So now I'm gonna explore the little town area a little bit, and I'll show you guys around. I mean, tell me this place is not cool. Like everything. There's even a Wells Fargo bank that is like, looks just like one of these old school buildings. I mean, check this out. It almost reminds me of when I was in Europe, especially when I was in Germany and like Krakow, Poland. Definitely reminds me of Poland at Christmas. They have all like the Christmas markets. I would send you to my video of that, but since I got robbed in Italy, they stole my computer which had all this video, so I'm really disappointed about that. There's a video about what happened to me in Italy though, you can check that out. It's literally called What Happened to Me in Italy, or The Worst Happened to Me in Italy. This is so cool though. They have some buildings like this in Frankfurt too. And then they have My Heaven. Look, candy and ice cream together, 2 in 1. That is the best place in the world. Oh man. Candy, candy, candy. Oh, Necco wafers, some of my favorite things. Razzles, Pop Rocks, that's what's up. Taffy. Oh my goodness. Look at all these Peds. Yeah, Finding Nemo. And then ice cream. This is heaven right here. You can just stay here all day. And so you see, who travels a lot, even I make mistakes, and I'm trying to get better at culture and respecting it and understanding it. This place is modeled after German, for sure. It's after German town, because I see German all over the walls. So I correct myself. Alright, check this out. Oh, that's a hotel, first of all. That's really cool. That's a hotel. Whew. But Der Sportsman, that's the outdoor store. Der Sportsman. Wine tasting. Oh yeah, there's a lot of wineries around here, that's for sure. I saw a bunch driving down the road. Even this Starbucks is awesome looking. Look at that. Here's the sign. That's so cool. Alrighty, that is going to be it for today. I'm at Starbucks, my place to be, to get internet and stuff. But quick recap of the last couple days. So, first of all, I want to point out that one state does not mean that it's all the same. Like, those mountains that divide the eastern and the western part of Washington really make the climate different. Like, it's so different over here on the eastern side. So that goes for like any state, any country, even any like city or like town. I would say like there's different parts of it. It's not all the same. So it's really interesting to, you know, consider that when you're thinking about a place and like what it might be like. Another thing, I don't know if this is like always the thing, but like right now, especially like in Oregon and Washington, they're doing a lot of road construction. So if you're coming in the fall of 2017, looks like they have a lot of road construction going on, summer, fall of 2017. And then also just the fact that like there's so much to see out here. Like I never would have expected so many of these things that I found in Washington, like how different it is, and like a rainforest and like all these waterfalls and different kinds of people, and like it's just ridiculous. So I highly encourage you guys to get out there and travel a little bit, even if it's within your own state. Like when I was driving out of Maryland, I noticed that it's very different in all the other parts of Maryland that aren't Annapolis. Same thing in Washington, I noticed it's different. So even in your own state, there's lots to see and lots to do just to go out and experience those. So go out, do that, and then maybe you'll get the travel bug like me, and you'll want to do something more. And if you do, I'm here to help you. That's why we have the Young Travelers Movement. That's why I have this YouTube channel, and that's why I'm always open to answering any questions you have. So with that being said, if you guys enjoy this, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss an upload, because I'm going to try to do a video every single day. And share it with somebody you know, because my goal is to reach as many people as possible and to inspire as many people as possible, and then be able to share tips and advice so that they can make those dreams of theirs a reality. So please share with somebody you know, and until next time, have fun!